Here, give it a little sound. Da, 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 da. Nope, that's Twitter. There we go. Now what's going on here? Oh, I know why. I know why. Fine. There we go. Ba ba ba. All right, well, I guess we'll wait a couple more minutes and then we will just start
He
without
just
him.
popped in.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hey! Wow.
Jazzed, I love it.
When am I not jazzed? Sorry, I'm a
know.
little bit late.
It's all right.
You're not jazzed if you're at a ballet concert.
Got him.
Got him. Already, we're just gonna come out of the gate
Zing.
swinging, everyone.
Zing.
Yeah.
There goes my 3-pun limit for the day.
You blew it in the first 10 minutes.
Like spell slots.
Is everything looking okay? Yeah. All right. All right, yeah. Let's get going here. So let's see. Last time, what happened last time? You guys had just taken out like a group of wannabe thugs that had threatened to ransack Goodmead. Found a note that someone had kind of set them up to try and go do it, though you're not really sure who. Before you were able to leave that area, the ground kind of transformed, and this sort of like spectral, three-eyed, like serpent creature came out of a pond that was apparently frozen underneath the snow, and the creature asked you to deal with some sort of issue with certain creatures passing from one realm to the next. After following a Chwinga spirit through the forest in what became a bit of a heated competition, you guys found that there was some sort of like snow hag creature that was kind of blocking these spirits from being able to transition over. It was freezing many of them in these like little pretty little ice rocks on here. Dealt with the creature, seemed to clear up the issue, and then as a thank you, you were kind of brought to the whisked away by this serpent creature and brought to the edge of the forest. And as you turned around, there was the walls of Bryn Shander in the distance, probably about 30 minutes or so away. And that's pretty much where we left off. I think I didn't forget anything, did I? I think that was pretty much it last session.
That's it.
That was it.
Alondra got the crap kicked out of her.
Yeah,
again.
she did. She did. She's poor lass. She's gotten beat up. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So in the distance, you can see this sort of these 30-foot high walls wrapped around the city structure. It's still a decent ways in the distance. So you got a little walk ahead of you, but not far. So I will leave it to you guys to determine what you want to do.
How's everyone feeling hit point wise? Should I see if I can do a prayer of healing now?
I'm good.
Yeah, I think these totals, unless you guys did a short rest or something, just because you technically leveled up.
Yeah, I actually have 25, not 15. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to fix all of the actual number. Actually, you know what? I can do it this way too. I think I updated all of your tokens. Bam. 42, 50, 34, 27. Little scrawny Davos there. But that's okay. Let's see. Okay.
I don't think you're scrawny, Davos.
Thank you.
Wait, do we go to full health when we level?
Sure.
Oh.
Sure. Whatever. I'll be generous, I guess. The spirit of the spectral dragon revigorated your hit point levels as he carried you from level 3 to level 4. That's fine.
That's good. So Bryn Shander.
And Melandra kind of looks at you all, and she's, you see like her breathe a bit of sigh of relief. She goes, I never would have guessed it would have taken this long just to get to Bryn Shander, but I guess we're closer, so victory in of itself. So you guys want to head closer to Bryn Shander? I'm going to move us off this map. It's distracting me. Take that as a yes.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, yes.
Okay.
The longer it takes, the more stories we make.
Let's see. So you see this walled town perched atop a cold, lonely, wind-lashed hill. The walls stand about 30 feet high, and you can see they're defined by these two concentric rings of upright wooden poles. The gaps filled with dirt and mud and rubble. The outer ring pole rises above the top of the wall, and you can see as you come kind of down closer to the city, you can see that there are some guards patrolling and able to walk along the top of the wall as it circles around. I'm gonna pull up the map too. I think I shared the map for everyone in
Journals?
in the handout. Yeah, in your journals.
Carrow? Oh.
I thought I did. Let me see. Map of Bryn Shander.
Yep.
It's a circle.
Yeah, as you can see this
Where is that?
in your. It's the third tab, I believe. It looks like a newspaper, and then in
Should be the
handouts.
second. This should be the second for us.
A second for you, and then handouts maps. Bryn Shander. So easily. And roll 20. Roll 20.
Oh, got it.
Easily one of the biggest towns, if not the biggest
Wow.
town, in
Yeah,
all
that's
of
huge.
in all of the 10 towns. That's why most people, this is their first stop. You guys would be coming from this direction. Oh, I can't click it. The southwest gate. The walls hinged gates are about 15 feet tall, and and you get the sense that they can be barred from the inside. And as the gates are closed, you can kind of see painted on the front of the gates the Bryn Shander heraldry, which are black antlers above a vertical shaft of golden wheat on a white field. Let's say the gates are closed, and you can see there's some guards kind of patrolling out in front of the gate.
I've never been a fan of going to big cities or towns. Can we be quick?
Melandra kind of goes, "We'll be as quick as we need to be, but after we are Pendleton and I tasked with coming to this town and trying to figure out the hell's going on with this dreadful winter. So, I'm not sure."
I've seen you both in a foot race. I know we'll be here for months by the time that you guys get done with what you need to be done.
You can see like the horse that she's riding kind of like shakes its head and like neighs like defiantly.
I don't speak horse. I speak walrus though.
Hey,
I can understand you quite well, Odax.
The guards kind of come up to you guys and give you like a hand up in the air to wave you down. What brings you to Bryn Shander?
I like nudge Davos. This is
Tourism.
Landra kind of gives you a side eye. We're here to go to the house of the Morning Lord. They've extended an invitation to our order to house us while we try and help assist however we can with the ongoing winter. This guard kind of looks up and down you all. Right. Well, all guests have to register, so I'll be needing each of your names.
Carlos Danger.
Carlos Danger.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mighty odd name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm Duckwin.
Daquin?
Duckwin, Immaculate Horns, Sidge.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you spell it correctly.
You get the sense that this guy probably barely even knows how to spell his own name correctly. Quinn the Immaculate Horns, is that what you said?
That is correct.
What was your name again, sir? Looking at you, Davos.
Oh,
I don't-
Carlos Danger. Karlozz.
Carlos Danger?
Yeah,
It's a mighty odd name.
it is.
Melandra kind of like rolls her eyes. Just put Paladin Melandra. What about you two? What about you, Walrus?
Daxi.
Odaxi. What about you, little lady?
Lady Carrow Pendleton.
Ooh, pardon me.
No need.
Alright, don't go causing any trouble. You see him kind of look over. He goes, open the gates! And there's like a second goes by, and then you hear these large pieces of wood behind the gate kind of move, and then the gates kind of just slowly open up. Really not all the way, just enough for like the size of a cart to get in and out. As you guys get in, you can see that this town is much more developed, probably because it has a sense of security around it. The buildings are actually made of like well cut stone, and the roofs are all whole and not patched up like a lot of the towns were in or the houses were in Dugan's Hole. Still not a ton of people outside, but there is much more life to this city than the other ones you're used to. But it is large. I mean, even coming into the southwest gates, you can see this long, larger road ahead of you, but it's hard to even, see the city center from where you're at. Melandra kind of huddles near the group, and she goes, right, a couple things. This House of the Morning Lord, they worship this lord called Almanator. I can't even pronounce it myself. And some sort of deity of order and sun and law, and I don't know. Never really been one for studying all the difference schools of gods, but they were kind enough to take us in and let us, Carrow and I, at least stay, in the meantime while we're here. So let's not do what we like to do and anger them or lie to them. She kind of looks at Carlos. What did I write down? Carlos Danger.
Carlos Danger. Yep.
Yeah. But so yeah, we should have the House of the Morning Lord is what we're looking for here.
You should have made Danger your middle name.
Hey, it is my middle name.
Carlos, danger.
That's right. Twice the danger.
Excuse me, don't mean to interrupt, Maladra, but do either of you two idiots know your way around this place?
I think she's talking to you and Daxi.
We've been here before.
I think you actually were leaving here at the start.
Yeah.
Making your way back down. So you know your way around ish. You would probably have to ask around specifically for something like the House of the Morning Lord, but you know where the tavern is. You know where a couple of the key shops are, I would suppose, around the area.
Mm-hmm.
All the houses look the same to me.
Surely not.
Make whoever is your ask around. Is that the play, or what do you guys want to do here?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's where we should go.
Make just make a charisma check. Whoever's asking. What do we got?
Yeah, I'll help. For sure.
You're gonna help?
Yeah.
I should give him disadvantage then, probably.
Why?
Explain that decision.
Yeah, 20. You easily can, even though people are scuttling from place to place. Someone they kind of all point you in the right direction, which is towards the center of the town square. And just basically tell you to kind of stay on the main road as you just go more inland into Bryn Shander. So heading there and towards the northeast market square, you can see there's a converted house that is it just looks like every other house on the outside, but you can see the doors are open as people are crossing in and out, and inside you can see it looks they've just taken the house, just basically stripped it of everything and made it into a loose worship hall of sorts. And inside is a woman in basically head to toe robes, but she's kind of tending to a couple dwarves that are there, looking at their hands and feet and toes at some frostbite. She doesn't seem to have noticed you guys have arrived.
Oh. What was the deity's name again?
Almost, what the hell? I've read it 1,000 times and I can't even say it out loud. Almanator, I believe, is how it's pronounced. A-M-A...
Almanator. You follow the Almanator?
She kind of perks up and looks around and... Aye, this is the House of the Morning Lord himself. All of his children are welcome. Come in. Get out of the cold, shut the damn door.
I'll stay outside for a little bit.
Okay. She turns back her attention to the dwarves or whatever, and she goes, That's probably gonna cost you another toe. I swear you guys need to wrap up 3 times as much as you guys are if you're going all the way to Kelvin's Cairn.
I've only got 2 toes, and they're called hooves.
She's not talking to you. She's talking to two dwarves that she's taking care of at the moment.
Is that a town? Do I know what she's talking about?
Kelvin's Cairn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a town. You know, it's it's a large, almost like mountain spire, kind of in the center of. Well, actually, it's about north of
Looks like
where you're at right now, Bryn Shander, northeast.
Yeah, it looks like a crater on the map, but it's not.
Oh,
It's
okay, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, do you see it?
it's
Yeah.
a mountain.
Yes, it's a common landmark used in tin towns. The dwarves kind of like get wrapped up and they mutter a few things under their breath and they kind of nudge past you and head out.
Whoa.
What can I do for you? Who are you and what do I owe this pleasure? Melandra steps up and steps forward and she goes, well, it took us a while, but we're finally made it here in time. I'm Melandra. This is Carrow. That we sent word ahead that we would be coming and hoping to assist and look into the matter of this sort of ever-present frost. And she goes, "Oh yes, of course." She goes, "My name is Mishan. Sorry, after I didn't hear from you a week or so ago, I just assumed either you weren't coming or the trip had not been as kind to you as it perhaps should have been. Come in and rest up. Take a load off if you need to." And as you guys kind of walk into the room and take a seat at like one of the local benches or whatever, you guys can hear these kind of like soft little steps from the floor above. So you hear it like through the ceiling. You hear like the pattering of little footsteps. Welcome to Bryn Shander. Have you guys been here long?
No, we just got her.
Okay. Well, it's not as welcoming as it used to be, but we do the best we can.
As it used to be.
Well, before it was, frigid temperatures and you could actually walk outside without having to worry about losing a appendage. It was a lot more social, but the cold and even these damn sacrifices, they've kind of put the town on edge a bit.
About those sacrifices, where does that whole thing started?
Where did it start, or?
Like who perpetuated it?
Just once Ordo started kicking up the winter, it's just became sort of a passing rumor, and then the next thing you know, it became a bit of an official belief. Each speaker can choose, which sacrifice they'd like to make, whether it be warmth or food or even someone's life, anything to try and reduce the fury of the winter storm.
Someone's life?
Yeah, have we tried doing nothing?
Well, we
Lighting
did.
the fire.
We did for a time, but it's only grown worse over the years, and now, frankly, we're more desperate than ever to find a little bit of warmth. It's about that time you guys hear behind you, like towards the stairs that lead upstairs. You hear, "It's all a bunch of shite, really," and you see what looks to be like a 2.5 foot, 3 foot small teddy bear, almost like Ted from the TV show, kind of like start to like waddle down the stairs.
Yeah, I'm with That guy over there.
Good to see someone else that's got some brains around. And as he gets closer, you realize it's not actually like a small bear. It's just a small person, very tightly wrapped in warm furs. Almost so tightly wrapped that he barely has use of like his arms fully. My name's Copper. Copper Knobberknocker. Pleasure to meet you all.
Excuse me?
See? I see. I'm not the only person using silly names.
That's my actual name.
Mhm.
Copper Knobberknocker.
Yes. Pleasure to meet you.
It's...
I'm Carlos Danger.
Aye, well, okay. What brings you all here?
These distinguished ladies did.
Melandra kind of is like sizing up this little furry creature. Almost kind of like bending over a little bit to try and like get a good look at him. Yes, we're here to help however best we can. What's a gnome doing this far north? And he goes, "That's a great fucking question. I have no clue. Up here freezing my ass off all the time."
You have a lot of guts to be using such language in this place.
Oh please, Lathander is a very approachable god, and you can see as soon as he mentions that name, Mishan, she kind of tenses up a little bit and like gives him like this glare, then bites her tongue a little bit. Lathander is not welcome in this house, and you know that, Knobberknocker. Speak up like that again, and I'll toss you back into the streets. Kind of waddles around. Aye, whatever. Whatever you say, wench. You four. You five. As he points to you all. If you guys are venturing back outside the wall, you be sure to let me know. I have a job for you. And he starts like, kind of like single hopping up steps because he can't actually lift his leg high enough. Starts heading back to the second floor. He's a wiry little man, but he's pretty handy. So I keep him around to fix any holes or patches in the walls or the roof. So, well, you've made it. That's good. Oh, that reminds me. And she kind of like stumbles back to where she's got like a drawer and some papers, and she shuffles around and pulls out a letter and hands it to Carrow. I believe, Carrow, you said your name was. This letter arrived, I don't know, about a couple days back. I assume that this is the only place they knew to send any postage. And she hands you like a small, like, I don't know, standard sized letter, and on the back in fine wax is the ornate P that you would recognize, as your family's crest.
Carrow visibly slumps. And
Well,
opens it.
Very fine penmanship. There's a letter from your sister Veronica.
She lights up a little bit more.
Very quickly, the letter, it goes, "Dear sister, I hope this letter finds you safe and warm. I do not know what dreadful business took you so far north, and of course mother and father refused to tell me anything at all. I have acquired several tomes on the Icewind Dales and the so-called Tin Towns. How or why anyone would want to live in such a place is beyond me. Please come home soon. Mother and father refuse to let me out of their sight, and I fear I may soon die of boredom. Write to me at once upon receiving this letter, so that I know I can pen future correspondence to this place. I miss you dearly, Veronica."
For the first time in probably like at all, you see a genuine smile on Carrow's face as she's reading this.
Melandra kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, gives you like a little pat. So, Mishan, what do we know about this situation? I mean, I felt like been up and down some of the southern towns, and no one seems to have a solid grasp of what's actually going on around here. Mishan kind of gives a nod, and I mean, I like to think that if we knew what was going on, we could do whatever it takes to rectify it. It seems that just the Frost Maiden has taken it upon herself to cast this sort of gloomy, frigid blanket over the Icewind Dales over every night and in the morning. So we have just endured it the best we can. But no, we're no more closer to discovering why or how to prevent this damn cold. We know no more now than we did years ago. So I wish I could give you more instruction, but I can't. She kind of looks to you, Adaxi. How are the other towns faring?
They are under the same myth impression of foregoing warmth to try to get this frost curse away. So we're not doing well.
I don't know. Sometimes I think, would it be better to sacrifice food, and then I find myself hungry, and I think warmth, and I find myself cold. But alas, Bryn Shander has decided best to sacrifice people. So
You're kidding.
as long as you're not the lucky winner of the drawing, then it's not so bad. We've had a few volunteers here and there.
How often?
Once a month is typically the cadence, though I fear if we don't start to see some results soon, desperation may cause us to sacrifice more often.
Who is running the drawings?
Our speaker, Duvessa Shane, she oversees the drawings and makes sure, of course, that they are fair, and most seem to believe her. Every now and then, there's
Fair?
fair, of course. Like if just anyone could decide who should be sacrificed from month to month, then I fear it would be a much more politicized event.
Sacrificing a life just to appease some god you probably don't even worship does not seem fair.
Well,
It's
that's
totally barbaric.
as true as that may be. These desperate times have typically bring out the worst in everyone, and that's what the town agreed to do. So that's the way we press forward.
And they agreed to it. Oh my gosh.
That's it is unfortunate, but that's where we stand at the moment. But perhaps you all here, can help us find a less fatal solution to our problem.
There must be a way.
In the meantime, I feel like we just don't know enough about the situation. So we do what we can. We help out as best we can here and there. Copper mentioned he has a friend somewhere up north who's trying to develop a device that can counter the cold. These dwarves that you just walked past, they They were attacked by a yeti to the north, leaving their supply of iron. They could use a hand, and there's been whispers of creatures invading towns and leaving nothing but footprints in the snow and then disappearing again the next morning. So, I mean, there's plenty of work to go around. That's for sure.
What do you guys know about creepy items found in tombs that are stopping my friends from sleeping?
Yes.
Well, I know enough to probably not touch said items in
Yeah.
creepy tombs.
Yeah. Hypothetically,
Hypothetically,
Uh-huh.
if you did, and then you just like never got rest, do you? Are you guys equipped to, like, I don't know, help at all with any of that?
the curse.
That, I might be able to lend a hand. I'd have to study some and perhaps make some preparations, but yeah, I think I could help alleviate such curses with the help of the Morning Lord.
Excellent. That happened.
Okay. Oh, so it's not hypothetical then.
Well, I mean, it could happen to someone else. So hypothetically,
The Minotaur
Alright.
did it.
And she kind of,
He has them on them right now, actually.
I see. Okay. Well, I tell you what. You help me with my little problem upstairs, and then I will alleviate this sort of curse free of charge.
yeah.
Excellent.
You want us just to, like, I don't know, help the dude out? You want us to make him leave? What?
I think as much as his incessant rambling does irritate me, he has been very handy around the house. No, he's become a little more agitated as of late. Apparently, I don't know, a friend of his or something has not been returning his correspondence, and so if you would perhaps look into this matter for me, I think it'd at least pick up his spirits a little bit, and I won't have to hear his damn moaning as much throughout the day.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, I'll leave you to speak with him. In the meantime, if you want to set off any items, I can find a little place for you to store some of your whatever, should you need it. Don't have a lot in the way of bedding right now, but I can try and acquire some. And then, of course, if you have any questions about Bryn Shander, feel free to let me know.
You got it.
Where might I find the town speaker?
That'd be the speaker house. Assuming she's not off doing something, whatever is on her schedule for the day. Let me see where the speaker's house is. So let's see. So you guys are actually in the northeast. And the council hall. She is the council hall is to the south, close to the southwest gate. I would assume that's where she'd be, but I don't know. I don't know, like I said, what her schedule is or what her responsibilities are, frankly.
Probably just searching for people to murder.
I guess Tuquin will go in now.
Are we finished yet? Praying or doing whatever you Palladians do?
I believe no one's prayed, but you're welcome to if you'd like to. If you
Oh
see-
no, no.
Oh, okay.
By all means, no. So yeah, are we going? Do you need something of me, Davos?
You look, we want to go upstairs and meet this little grumpy fella. You would like him.
I doubt that.
Oh, you
You
might.
would You would
You might.
tolerate him.
Okay.
Let's see.
You know we do have to find Cephix here as well. I think he's here. I'm not sure. Is that his name? Yes, Cephix.
Mishango's Sefik. I don't know that I'm particularly familiar with that person. Do you know what he does or where he might be located?
He's part of a
He
merchant.
kidnaps Windman.
Oh my.
Supposedly he's part of a merchant company that has a wolf as a print, as an emblem.
A wolf as a prince.
A wolf paw. The symbol is gold wolf paw in a black field. Don't know where they are. Torga, I think. Is
Oh,
the name of the merchant company.
Torga's caravan.
Mhm.
Aye, they're in town. I believe they're in town. They stop here every other couple of days for sure. So if they're not here now, then they should be. Usually, you can find them set up in the town center. They pull their sleds right in and set up shop.
Oh, do you know who the leader is of the Torga merchant company?
Aye, Torga. Torga
Named
Icebane.
after herself.
She's very
How
conceited.
tasteless.
Very conceited, I suppose.
Okay.
But
Can we go
yeah,
now?
if they're not here today, they will be in the next couple of days. They're always, like I said, they're always stopping through on the way to the next town. Not particularly my type of people I like to interact with, but people seem to appreciate their visits.
All right.
All right. Well, I'll be here if you need anything.
Yeah, I think let's go talk to Grumpy Guy and see what he wants, and we can investigate the merchant company.
Yeah, remind me
Right.
what problem we need to solve with this little guy.
We don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
Grumpy
Oh,
said
right. He
had
was
something
just
for us.
saying that. Okay, yeah.
About it.
Yeah, if you kind of head upstairs and you can see that like up the second floor, there's two rooms kind of split off like from the hallway, and on the right is he's got all of his stuff kind of in disarray, like tossed around the room. Some books here, there. You just see kind of like this little furry creature waddle like to and from the room as he's like picking up a wrench on one side and going to the desk and doing something and then setting it down and going to grab a screwdriver.
Hello, friend.
Oh!
You
Grumpy
mentioned
man.
You see him kind of like, you see it like jump up a little bit. Oh wow, that was fast. Are you guys heading out of town now?
no. We've got some stuff to do, but what help do you need? You mentioned needing a hand with some stuff.
I have a friend who's doing work out of a cabin closer to Kelvin's Con itself, and well, he's a bit of a prick, but I haven't heard from him in a while, and I was hoping that you might pop in and check on him and just make sure that he's still kicking.
Yeah, that seems like a really isolated place to live.
Well, he wanted to do his work in top secret, I suppose, and I don't know. It's just that's where he happened to be. So it's a broken down cabin. I think it was built by some sort of ranger or something back in the day. It's all but abandoned, so it was a free place to set up shop.
All right.
Yeah, just poke your head in and see, and make sure that he's okay. I'd greatly appreciate it.
How far away is this hut?
It's a bit of a hike. I'm not going to lie to you. It's probably going to oh, how long is this going to take actually? Let's see. If you head straight for Calvin's Cairn, it's probably a good 8-hour hike. If you cut through, if you follow the roads heading to Tourmaline, and then through Lonely Wood, it's probably a bit longer. But it's a hike. It's a bit of a hike. I'm not going to lie to you.
And at the risk of sounding selfish, what's like in it for us?
Well, I don't have much on me. I'm a fair decent tinkerer, but my friend Macradius, who's there, he's usually got some odds and ends on him. He tell him old Copper sent you, and he'll be sure to reward you. But to be frank, I don't have much else to offer besides my gratitude. I tell you what, though, I do know those dwarves that were here earlier, they might have had some business on the same road towards Calvin's Cairn. You might be able to do a little tit for tat and help them out, and I'm sure they'd actually be much better positioned to pay you some goods.
I mean, all right.
His name's, like I mentioned, his name's Macradius. He's was conducting research to try to build a device that would end this sort of wintry slumber that the Icewind Dale is in. I don't know how successful he was before I left, but he's a clever person, so he could be making good progress. At the very least, it might be able to warm you up for a bit if it is working.
I mean,
I don't have any other questions. This guy wants to go check out his buddy. Well,
Yeah.
All right, well, here, let me kind of mark it here, and he takes out, I don't know if you guys have I'll just say you guys have a rough map of the Icewind Dales. If you don't, he'll roll one up for you, and he'll kind of mark the location. If you guys see, if you look at the Icewind Dale map, it's essentially like just north of Lonely Wood, little forest section there.
Go on.
But he'll kind of like hop down and just give you guys a nod, and then get right back to whatever he's cranking on his desk.
you say you're a tinkerer, correct?
I dabble in the tinkering arts, yes.
Does that mean you can get stuff for cheap, like ingredients or materials?
Who is that?
Davos. What's going on over there?
I think
He's
Davos.
doing
Sorry.
some tinkering himself.
No kidding.
tinkering.
It's
Sorry.
good, it's good sound effect back there.
Sounds like you're shaving.
Yeah, just mid game.
Just a little cleanup.
Fixing my 3D.
Very good. Well, like what materials do you require? I typically dabble in the more mechanical sort, but
Well, I need something to make my horns shine even brighter, right? Do you reckon you can tinker something up for me? Maybe perhaps like a high-speed polishing unit that shines these horns. I don't want them to take away the varnish, though. I want it to look immaculate. But
and
I
he's
want to
like,
be able to reflect the sunlight into somebody's eyes in mid-battle and smile as I decapitate him vertically and horizontally.
this little fuzzy bear guy sitting there like like wait, he looks like he's got like 19 coats on. He's like taking him what everything you say with utmost seriousness. Like he's like nodding like as you get more and more into like, you know, your how you're going to use this to divide somebody, and he's just nodding his I don't know if I can create such a device, but I now feel like it's my life mission to try to.
Make it your life mission, and I'll make it worth it. When you see these horns shine in the moonlight or whatever light that is provided in this town, you will be proud of it.
All right, lean over and let me take a closer look at your horns.
He'll like kneel down.
And he's gonna like get like a measuring tape out and start to measure like the width at the circumference of the different sizes and lengths and when it curves. He goes, okay, all right. I tell you what, it's gonna take me a while, but I'll start cracking at the blueprints and see if I can't come up with some sort of means to give you the shiniest damn horns this side of the world's ever seen.
If you please me, I'll introduce you to a true deity that would relish in whatever you want. To provide you with protection while you do all your studies. None of this Latanda or whatever their name is.
DeQuinn, maybe don't try and persuade them to change religions unless they are actively wanting to.
He looks like he wants it.
It sounds good on paper. Let's just get the machine up and going, and then we'll figure it out from there how we want to proceed. And he could see him kind of like casually starting to like turn back around and waddle to his desk.
All right, I'm done.
All right, as you guys you leave Copper Knocker Nabber. What's his damn name? Copper Knocker Nabber. Copper Knocker Nabber, I think. Knacker Nobber. He gets back to his work. You can walk back downstairs. I mean, Bryn Shander is, like I said, one of the bigger towns. So if there's anything else you want to do in town, by all means.
I would like to purchase something. Is there like I need some thieves' tools.
Okay, yeah, you would. Let's see. Black Iron Blades is a smithy and outfitter shop. They probably have thieves' tools, for sure. So you could head there. And in fact, as you guys, if you're going there, I guess so. Yeah, that you would know because Black Iron Blades is a pretty common like name in Icewind Dale. So, they would probably be at they had thieves' tools, I would think, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'd like to do over in town still.
Does anyone else need to do anything?
I would like to see if Torgas is in town.
Okay. I think you have to go through this city center anyway to see if to get to Black Iron Blade. So you can when you cross through there, you would be able to see if she's in town or not. Is that the direction you guys want to head off right now, or is there anything else you want to do? I guess still at the House of the Morning Lord.
I do not.
Anything me here? No.
Okay.
Oh, unless you want me to leave these artifacts here.
Can we ask if we can keep them here with them while we do the errand?
Michonne, she kind of you can see her like she reaches out to grab them. And of course, you can leave them here if you want. And then she stops, like leaving her hands like right above them. She goes, maybe just set them in the back by the altar, and I'll get Copper to move them in place, and we'll see if we can determine what sort of curse is affecting these items and remove them. It'll be our little project while you are away. And Melandra actually kind of looks and goes at the group, and she goes, I'll be staying in Bryn Shander as well, talking with Michonne and some of the local I can't think of soldiers here, and see what's see if I can get a better sense of what's going on in Icewind Dale. So I'm happy to look over the stuff and make sure that it doesn't disappear on you. Carrow, I think. Yeah, Carrow, it's probably best if you continue to keep these fools alive. I feel without one of us, they're going to get themselves killed, probably by each other.
That much I can do.
So,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. The soldiers. I heard the soldiers. They really like to hang out this place called Shaky McNasty's Clubfoot.
Shaking.
If you ever wanted to venture over there and talk to them, I heard the frost giant toe soup is actually quite amazing.
Frost giant toe soup.
Yeah, I too have heard many things.
Biased opinions?
Okay.
We have no ownership stake.
Shaky McNasty's Clubfoot, you say? Michonne, does that ring a bell at all? Michonne kind of looks at the both of you and goes, well, I don't know of it particularly, but I could ask around and see if such an establishment exists. And Melandra kind of like looks back at you, like half not believing you at all. She goes, okay. Well, I'll be sure to ask around. I believe the sheriff here, Sheriff Southwell, is a very reputable and trustworthy character, so perhaps he can point me in the right direction. Be safe, you all. Don't take any unnecessary risk.
Never.
See her.
I'll make sure they don't.
She kind of looks.
Danger's your middle and last name.
It means something else where I'm from.
She's like, she just kind of shakes her head and starts to like take off some armor and settle in a little bit. All right, be careful.
Melandra, if we do take a little while to come back, don't be beating everybody up for information on where your little pup is. We'll bring her back.
All right, I trust you all. At least a little more now than I did before. That's for sure.
Progress.
You've saved my life already 3 times, I feel, so you've earned my respect. Okay, as you guys pop out of the House of the Morning Lord, and you head sort of southwest back towards the center of town, you do see that there are no carts or anything set up there. There doesn't appear to be a sort of caravan in town yet.
Looks like there'll be no bloodshed tonight.
If you head right up to the north of the city square, you can see that Black Iron Blades is there. It's a shop and smithy, and you can even hear the kind of rhythmic hammering, in the distance as you get closer and closer. There's a male and female dwarf bouncing around inside the shop, polishing blades, and you can actually see right outside. Or as you get closer, that they're conversing with the same three dwarves that you passed when you went into the house of the Morning Lord.
Perfect. I'm like I'm waiting for a break in the conversation. Is this like do I have to ask the blacksmith for these tools? Can I like pick them up off a shelf? Trying to be polite.
Yeah, you don't see any like there's blades of different types and axes and everything hanging out. There don't seem to be any tools, just sitting out inside the shop.
Okay.
Let's see. One of the figures, and all three of the dwarves that you passed by earlier, they're all like really tightly knit in this like cold weather gear. One, a female looking dwarf, is talking with the male shop owner, conversing. One is just kind of looking off in silence, and one, you see every now and then you see him kind of like look up and look out the window, and then return back in, and then he does it again, almost like a nervous tick. Look out the window, looking up into the sky. Comes back and rests his eye and like relaxes again inside. Seeing the you larger figures kind of step in, the woman behind the counter comes and steps around the male and comes over to you guys and goes, "All right, welcome to Black Iron Blades. What can I do for you?"
These tools, please.
Oh, one of the more nefarious types. Okay. Let me see if I can cobble together a worthy set of tools. Give me one moment. And she kind of walks back. Do you guys need anything else while I'm back here?
I do not.
As you guys are closer, you can kind of overhear the conversation between the male dwarf and the leader of this trio of dwarves, and you can hear them discussing about a yeti and ripping an arm off and abandoning their supply to get back here.
A yeti, you say?
Hi, a yeti. Surprised us out of nowhere. We tried to fend it back some, but we weren't quite able to scare it away. It's oh man, it tore our good friend's arms clean off while he was alive, and we had to leave Ubuk there to die essentially. Damn near lost another toe sprinting our way back to the Bryn Shander before it caught up with us.
A lot of toes go missing in Bryn Shander.
In this cold, if you're not careful, one wrong turn, one mistake, and you got oneself one of these. And she kind of like pulls her hood back, and you can see she's missing her entire right ear.
Seems like you were ill prepared then.
Seems like it. The woman returns
No,
back. Go ahead.
I've never killed a yeti before.
They're
I've heard of them.
fierce creatures. Yeah. Once, especially when they're hungry, they'll pretty much tear at anything to try and to find the next meal.
Dicklin's eyes like rocking back and forth, starting to get like a little bit excited. Oh, whereabouts do these yeti live? You said not that far away.
It's about halfway here between here and Kelvin's Cairn. We're on our way back with a sleigh full of ingots, and a creature came out of nowhere.
Mr. Carlos, danger, can we go?
Yeah, we may
Like now?
be willing to help. Well, right now seems it's very rushed, and we're not prepared, and we don't want to lose any toes ourselves. So I yeah, but
I'm always
we could help potentially.
I'll give you each a gem worth 50 gold if you help.
I mean, just for the chance to kill a Yeti, I would say yes, but I wouldn't say no to it.
Well, I'll give 3 of you a stone worth 50 gold, and you the chance to kill a Yeti.
I feel like you're shortchanging me. She's shortchanging me, Carlos.
It feels that way. Yeah.
I'll take the gem and the Yeti head.
Do you have a deal?
I shortchanged her.
They
Killed a Yeti before, Carrow?
Sorry?
You ever killed a Yeti before?
No, Yetis don't live around water deep.
Water deep. Well, this is exciting times then.
as you guys get closer, you see the one dwarf who's in furs, kind of just staring blankly at the ground. He's completely missing his nose, and the other continues to check outside the window every 5 seconds. It feels like the woman behind the counter returns, and she kind of unravels this sort of this leather pouch like this, and inside are a set of very specific tools, kind of each with a purpose, for picking a lock or filing down pieces of metal. And she goes, "All right, this is, I think, we should pretty much complete the set. Polished them up for you while I was back there. These are gonna cost you about 30 gold pieces."
And I'll say these are actually going to be on our friend's tab right here.
Who's that?
The other dwarf people.
She goes, "Well, I'll throw in a set of thieves' tools when you get back with our ingots." And she kind of reaches over and puts her hand, and again you see it's everything but the ring, and the pinky finger, and she kind of 3 fingers the thieves' tools and pulls them a little closer to herself.
I mean, we might need these.
Well, as trustworthy as you seem, I'd hate to front you money before you get the job done. I'd be more than willing to pay for them myself, though, when you return.
How about we
How much gold short are you, Davos?
I don't think we're short at all. I was just trying to get it for free. Let me look. Figure where the gold is on the D&D Beyond sheet.
I think we put it in party loot as well. We got
In
one
party
bag,
loot?
47 gold, yeah. Oh! I forgot about that.
What'd you forget about?
The 2 chitin shells, mate.
That's right.
I mean,
Alright.
are you guys opposed to me using some of this party funds we have?
No. And I would like to renegotiate my terms with our business with this Yeti. Instead of giving me a gem worth 50 gold, would you be able to make me some armor out of these chitin plates? Some breastplate to fit my muscular chest, please?
Let me see the pieces and see the condition.
Oh, Adaxi made sure that these pieces are as immaculate as my
Immaculate.
whole.
She kind of gives them a
Very
once over. And you want an armor made out of this?
Correct. Just a breastplate. Nothing that limits my movements. I want full swing or full heavy weight so I can decapitate this Yeti's head off his block.
But you aren't wearing any armor now, so is that common for your people, or?
Common what, to straight out in the snow half naked? Yes, it's very common. We are one with the snow.
All right.
I come from the frozen lakes up the north. Are you aware of that place?
No, I don't venture much further than Kelvin's Cairn, but perhaps one day I'll find myself up there. The plates are in good shape. I tell you what, you trust these to me to try to work out some sort of plan for fabricating them to a breastplate, and I'll spot you half the gold for your tools, and I think what our good friends here can Elsa give us a little bit give us the friendly customer discount on the thieves' tools. So let's help our new customers out if we can. And you can see her kind of shake her head back and forth and all right. I tell you what then, if she's gonna spot you half, that'll bring the price down to about 15 gold for the tools.
All right, fine. I don't need to take any of the party loot for that. I'll pay for them.
And I'll take a look at these chitin plates here and see if I can't come up with a way to retain some mobility but add a layer of protection for you. I still will need the ingots though to help kind of seal these two pieces together.
Yeah, sure. Actually, what were you good? Are you particularly I wouldn't know what the word is, familiar with metals? Would you be able to identify a metal if we were to show you it?
I've worked with almost every metal known to man, so I would like to think so. I mean, we're in a smith shop, though. If I can't recognize it, one of us can for sure.
That doesn't fill me with hope. Men know very little. Pull out the basket of the unfamiliar metal that we got off the giant.
They all kind of... You see like a spark in all of their eyes as they kind of look over and they go, what in all of the realms is that? And they start kind of picking through the different pieces and holding it up. And do you mind if I put a quick hammer to it to see what happens?
By all means.
The male smithy kind of like takes it back over and puts it in the heat a little bit, pulls it out. It doesn't take any heat. Look at this. And he holds it in the kiln, and a couple seconds go by, a couple more seconds go by, pulls it out, touches it. It's ice cold. I've never seen anything like this that wasn't of some sort of magical nature. He pops it a few times. My lord, it's the most durable metal I've ever seen. There's some murmuring amongst all of them as they kind of like looking over and taking out like the different, like looking at different pieces. Well, we can say with absolute certainty that we have absolutely no idea what kind of metal this is. Where'd you say you found it?
In a forest, in the snow. Usually when you venture outside a city, you find different things.
Would you be willing to part with this metal?
Which doesn't seem like you can heat it up or do it with anything. What would you need it for?
Well, we could still run some more tests and try and get a better sense of what it is.
I was kind of hoping you could use it on the chitin shell for the armor, but I guess you can't if you can't.
Well,
Melt it. But it's not mine to give, it's the group's. Well, it is mine, because I have it, but...
if you want to leave it here, we'll continue to investigate it.
How do we know we trust you? What if we come back and you're not here? I'm very good at hunting, I'll track you down and decapitate you myself.
Well,
They're business people.
yeah, you make a really fine offer, but this is our home. This is our job. You know, we built this place here. We have no intentions of leaving. But I mean, the odds and ends that you have here. I mean, some places be willing to pay upwards of, God, we'd pay probably 60, 70 gold for this type of metal.
Gold means nothing to me.
But I can continue to, if you want to leave just a couple pieces, perhaps I can continue to try and see how malleable it is. See if I can actually, I mean, someone must have shaped this in some way, shape, or form, because it's cut. It's cleanly cut at that. So it must be pliable in some way.
Would you say your name was again?
That's a great question. Now that I'm not on that sheet anymore. My name's Garn, the Hammer, and this is my sister Elza.
I am the Quinn, the Immaculate Horns, Sidge.
Oh, it's nice. They are very nice horns, very immaculate.
Mm.
These are our contacts for getting some of the iron out of the mine. This is oh lord. This is Huna, Korax, and the frightful looking one by the window is Storn.
Gone.
Hello.
Storm.
Storn again, like, gives you guys a nod and then looks out the window. Korax just kind of continues to stare off into the distance.
Okay, Gone.
What are you looking at out there?
Oh, you just never know. You never know when the white dragon will strike.
Is that like a
White
metaphor
dragon?
or?
Huna kind of steps up and goes, we're honestly not quite sure. I mean, there are rumors of a white dragon around these parts, but I personally haven't seen him, and I don't think Storm has either, despite looking up at the sky every couple of seconds.
I've never killed a dragon before, too. This is the best day ever.
Oh, this one's
Okay, let's not go killing dragons right now.
We're not gonna be friended now, are we?
No, we're going to stay away from the dragon for the time being. You must be out of your mind if you want to go and fight a dragon right now, willingly.
Now, tomorrow, yesterday, it's all just a figment of time. I'm sure we could figure out a time and place for when to meet a dragon. But for now, we are dealing with business, correct?
Random
Business
business.
time.
Do you want to spend 15 gold for the thieves tools?
Yeah, sorry, I did that.
Okay. Well, you can add them to your inventory. Huna kind of looks back at you, goes, and well, I hope the tools serve you well. Like I said, 50 gold piece gem for each of you. That brings back our iron. Don't much care about the Yeti, but I suggest trying to avoid it.
Yeah, I'll leave this metal, some of the metal for you to identify and do as you wish and see how you can figure out to help us, and then maybe we can help you with it. And now I know all your names, I know you won't run. I'm very good with names and I'll find you.
Aye, okay. If you just put Kelvin Karn in your view and walk towards that direction, you shouldn't be able to miss the sled. It's a big sled with a bunch of iron in the back of it. And if you don't mind bringing it the rest of the way back, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Should we get horses or not horses, dogs or horses to pull this sled back? Is it quite heavy?
It's quite heavy, but the three of us manage, so I imagine, between you two larger folk, you'd be able to pull it relatively easily.
Okay. I think I'm done with business now.
Garn speaks up in the back. Is there anything else you guys need before you leave or take off? Some of the finest swords in Bryn Shander.
Just
What do
don't
you
fuck
have?
up my chin shell.
Oh,
What
they
do
have
you
all
have as far as weapons?
pretty much all your basic cracking, slashing, crushing types. And if we don't have it, we can make it.
Anything better than this mace? I'll show 'em my mace.
That's just a standard mace, right?
Yeah.
We could do one of perhaps different style or quality, but I mean the marksmanship of this mace is pretty good. We don't have anything too much stronger than that, I don't believe.
Okay, never mind.
You get this most well. I wouldn't say that. It could probably we could probably make you a stronger mace, but it's they're not cheap. They consume quite a lot of materials to reinforce one. I'd have to look up and see how much exactly. Let's see. I'd probably take anywhere from like 100 gold to like 200, 300 gold materials just to reinforce a mace and make a stronger version of it.
Never mind then.
Okay. What if you change your mind? We're here for you. Don't forget your friends at Black Iron Blades. And with that, they kind of start to go back about their business and.
Yeah, I think we should head out. I mean, if we have to come back here, we'll be able to see if that merchant company is here when we come back.
I still want to see if I can find the speaker.
Okay, and then you would have to head, I believe, southwest again. So like you have to cross all the way across the other side of Bryn Shander back to the way you came in. And actually, I should you probably would have stopped there, close to there anyway, because that's where the stables are, so that you're not toting your horse throughout all of Bryn Shander. If you head back down there, you get to the council hall. You can see this kind of really large, more elaborate looking, ornate looking building. And there's some guards posted out front. And they kind of give you the hand up to halt before you get to the door. Where do you think you're going?
Pardon me, I was just wondering if the speaker was available to speak to.
Well, do you have an appointment?
No, but I'd be happy to make one.
Okay. Well, typically, he kind of looks confused for a moment. He goes, well, let me... And he leans and whispers to the other guard. Go send for one of the squires to come out here and make an appointment, I guess. You don't normally happen, but okay. And he kind of runs back, and you see like a more like well dressed but younger sorts of, I don't know, like early 20s guy comes out and he goes, who wishes to see the speaker?
That would be me, Carrow Pendleton, Paladin of Tyr the Even-Handed.
Oh, okay. And what's your business?
I was wanting to talk to the speaker about the matters regarding the Eternal Winter here. Maybe negotiate with them some ways to better address the problems that arise from it.
Okay. Let's see. The speaker's she's going to be pretty busy the next couple of days, but she's got an opening for perhaps a dinner in about 3 days' time. Should I tell her that Paladin Carrow would like to speak with her then?
Very well, thank you very much.
What's keeping her so busy?
Well, it's getting close to the end of the month, which means it'll be time soon to pick our next gracious. And he kind of stumbles for a moment to try and find the politically correct way of putting it. You know, of course, what I mean, and so that's always a busy time.
Is that meeting before or after the end of the month?
You would be meeting like the day before the end of the month.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's getting close, real close to the end there. But yeah, and you know, there's no endless list of work to be done. Trying to keep business coming and going through Bryn Shander despite the frigid temperatures and harsh winds. But we're doing what we can.
Great. Well, you got your meeting set up?
Of course, yes, Paladin Carrow. We look forward to meeting with you. Are you staying in town somewhere? How should I deliver correspondence to you? Should we need to determine a time and place and location?
I will be out for a couple of days, but you can just one of my companions is staying at the temple with the people of the followers of the Morning Lord, so you can just send anything to her. Her name's Melandra, and I'll be able to find out through her.
Okay, I will confirm the details with this Melandra at House of the Morning Lord, and we will look forward to receiving you as guest in a couple of days' time.
Thank you very much. Bless your
Gives
heart.
kind of a courteous bow and starts to walk back inside very quickly, as he's clearly not dressed for any sort of outdoor discussion or event. Okay, anything else you guys want to accomplish before heading out or not heading out? What do you guys want to even do?
What time of day is it?
It's getting close to probably like 1 p.m. ish. So it's still some time left in the day.
Yeah, but it's an 8-hour track to the hut.
8-hour track to the cabin. Yeah, you would come across in theory where the Yeti attack was probably in about 4 hours time or so. 4 or 5 hours time.
So regardless, we'll be hitting nightfall when it's coldest.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we should get a good meal, grab some provisions, and get ready to leave first thing in the morning.
I agree.
If you're looking for food, you would probably go to the Northlook Inn and Tavern. You would have stayed here before, or at least, passed through here before Davos and DeQuinn. Any stay through Bryn Shander, most people find their way to and from this place. Unless you want to find something else. It's a big city.
I think we'll stick to what we're familiar with.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Pull up my map again. So Northlook is actually right by the North Gate, which makes a lot of sense when you say it out loud. So you guys kind of cross back through the city, which you guys have not taken the most efficient path to and from each place. So you've kind of crossed through a lot of the city. Heading back to the North Gate, you can pop into what is called the Northlook. It is a very busy establishment. You can hear as you get closer. It's pretty loud, rowdy place. But you would know from coming here before that it gets so much traffic, so it's a great place to hear about what's going on, what the rumors are, what's the what the scuttlebutt is for Tin Towns. So you walk into this or is that what you guys headed to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you walk in. You can think very classic kind of bar feel. Behind this sort of grand, large piece of wood is a human built guy. He's pouring mugs of ale and passing them around, and behind off across on the other side of the tap room, you see like this massive sort of fireplace. That's like just spitting out as much fire as it can, and most of the crowd is kind of huddled closer to that end of the inn. And mounted above the hearth is this massive knucklehead trout. It's probably about, I don't know, 4 feet long. It's huge. Scars up and down the side of it. Yeah, and that's the Northlook Inn. Do you guys want to get a table or
Get some food.
Yeah. I don't know. We'd all sit. I'd find a table first.
okay? As soon as you sit, you can see the human behind the bar kind of put down what he's cleaning and walk over to you guys. Oi, welcome to the Northlook. Name's Scramsax. Happy to have you here. What can I get for you?
Oh, just a round of ales and some food.
All right. Anything in particular you're
Any
looking?
information on how to kill a Yeti as well, please?
I'm sorry.
Any information
You
on
heard
how
the
to
man.
kill a Yeti?
Ignore him. He's
Do not ignore me!
not. How's a bartender going to know how to kill a yeti?
I know.
Well,
Wow, this man's life has value.
I've
Just the bartender.
I've swung a sword a day back in the day. It's been a bit, but I've never crossed paths with a yeti. I've actively avoided such encounters, but I imagine it's pretty simple. You take that very large axe you've got on your back, and you just gently wedge it in between the neck of a yeti, and that should do the trick.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't know anything. This is not an axe, it's a halberd.
There's no shame in being a coward.
That's okay. I'm sorry to put you on a spot like that, and I'm sorry that I yelled.
That's okay, my friend. I understand it. It's a tense time. Let's get you some ale, some mead to relax you a little bit. Today we've got knucklehead trout chowder. We've also got some knucklehead trout meatballs, or my favorite, knucklehead trout fillet.
I love all three, please.
My okay, you're hungry lad. What about the rest of you? What can I get you?
I'll take a fillet.
One fillet for the lovely lady. Odaxi? He looks kind of in your direction. What about you, sir? Can I get you anything except perhaps a bigger chair?
Is there a meat pie?
No meat pie. The fish tends to get a little too soft and kind of disintegrates in a pie cooked for a while. Typically, quicker dishes are a little better. I could.
This
And just the same.
Do you want all three as well, or do you want the fillet?
All three.
Okay. What about you? Go ahead, Davos. He's looking at you.
Carlos, danger. I will have the soup, please.
Some chowder
Mm-hmm.
coming right up. He kind of walks back behind, and you can see he's talking with a woman, and she comes and brings you each an ale. And then a couple moments later, he's this massive just dish of chowder and dumplings and a couple fillets. It's probably the nicest presentation in terms of food that you guys have had since you've been in the Tin Towns. So it's nice to get some good quality food. The trouter is smoked trout. There's some seaweed broth and roots and cabbage, garnished with a tundra herb. The chowder is also the dumplings is bits of chopped trout. There's some pine nuts and a spicy pepper sauce. And then the fillet is poached in a mountain goat milk, sprinkled with sea salt with some Arctic thyme. And he kind of tells you guys all of this as he sets the food down, very proud of himself. And he goes, all right, that'll be about, let's see, a couple copper for each of the drinks. I'd probably be about 5 silver and 6 copper.
Each?
No, total for the whole meal.
I'll pay for the whole thing.
Wow.
Very generous of you, sir. Thank you. I'll be over there. Just yell at old Scram Sacks if you need anything.
Said 5 copper, 6 silver?
Yeah.
5
5 silver, 6 copper. So 5, yeah. Basically 5.5 silver. You can see the room is kind of a buzz. Different people, even though it's still early in the day, probably getting close to like a 2-3 o'clock now as you guys get settled in and coming and going, and you can hear all around you people whispering, of different things going on here and there. You hear a familiar story of a Yeti attack, dismembering one of the dwarves in the distance. You hear someone in the other corner of the room kind of talking. Goes, I keep telling everyone this everlasting rhyme isn't the Frost Maiden's doing. It's that damn arcane brotherhood, plotting to take over the Tin Towns. Hell, they burned a wizard at the stake in East Haven a couple days ago. I think that arcane brotherhood's the one behind all of this. And
Is anybody else talking about them? Or
Talking about
him.
It's just people talking back and forth, loudly over beer. Just one table. And behind you, you hear, well, the Frost Giants ruled this land long ago. Their leaders, their draws, they'd set up top the hill and settle disputes. You can still see the thrones up there. These massive rocks. Maybe the ghosts of the Frost Giants are behind this sort of wintry hellhole we're in.
Just to grin his eyes, he's like giving puppy dog eyes at Davos.
I want to go talk to the Dark Brotherhood people.
Sure. It's just you just see like the kind of like I don't want to say poor, but not a very well dressed, kind of not the best well maintained group of men huddled over their ale in the corner, kind of talking back and forth. As you walk over, they kind of give you a little cheers with their glass.
I'll join Davos as well.
Yeah, I would want to. Hey, we have a little bit of a concern about the origin of this winter as well. What were you saying? What's this Dark Brotherhood?
The Arcane Brotherhood, although
Yes.
Dark Brotherhood might be a more suiting name.
So I've said.
I don't know much about it, but in East Haven, they burned that wizard, and I think it's Vaelish Gant. I think that's the one behind it all. They locked that scoundrel away in Revel's End, but that doesn't make him any less dangerous.
Why would they want to be taking over the town? Tin Towns.
you would know that Revel's End is the name of a prison to the very north of the Icewind Dale, that's used to house basically any sort of prisoner that people don't want to keep in their city. So from all over the continent, they'll send people to Revel's End. It's like was it Azkaban basically, right? Except for D&D and not for Harry Potter. I'm sorry, what'd you ask him?
I don't remember. That was a good question.
Look, if you want answers about the Arcane Brotherhood, I would take a trip to Revel's Inn and see if you can find out what that bastard knows. Vaelish Gant is his name. That's all I've heard. And his friend goes, "You're a damn fool. The Arcane Brotherhood doesn't want anything to do with 10 towns."
Where'd
I
they
don't-
originate from? You know?
Who, the Arcane Brotherhood?
Yeah.
Well, they're that snooty group, I don't know, in one of the towns south of here. They've been around for a long time, but they're some exclusive hoity-toity group of wizards that nearly let anyone into their so-called brotherhood. Where they come from and why, that's not for someone like me to question. I just know that these past couple of years, there's been a bit of an unnatural accumulation of folk from this Arcane Brotherhood, and frankly, it makes me uncomfortable. His friend kind of just starts scoffing at him. Like, "You're a paranoid fool, and frankly, not worth the time of the Arcane Brotherhood, or anyone of that matter." And they just start bickering back and forth.
Carrow will slowly walk away.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave them to bicker by themselves.
Yeah.
As they two leave me and Adaxi alone, DeQuinda stares at Adaxi. Adaxi. Boris.
Yes.
How do you think we should kill a Yeti? Do you even know what a Yeti is?
I don't.
I believe
I've never
it's there.
seen one,
I've never seen one either. I've heard
but I
stories
believe
of
your
it.
halberd will do the trick.
There's very little situations that my halberd can't get me out of, though it gets me into more trouble than it usually does. What exactly are you here for, Adaxi?
Was originally tracking down my friend, seeing if he was in danger, but according to his sister, he is not. That we met back in.
The dragon.
Was that Goodmead?
Wife, but yeah.
Oh, wife.
Partner.
Oh,
There's a
Partner.
big difference there, boy.
Yeah.
I wrote down sister.
I don't think it was sister. I think it was partner, but I could be
Okay.
wrong. I have to check. I have to check the tape.
Tape.
Go with partner.
Partner.
Yeah.
Partner in crime.
And that was good. But yeah.
Yeah, the dragonborn.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm here where I'm needed. Feel like I'm needed most is with patriots
Truly.
trying to figure out why the winter is so bad here.
Surely you're going to meet your friend, even though she says he's okay. Do you trust her?
No reason to not trust her, and I don't quite know where he might be anyways.
Sorry, it just seemed weird for me that give up so easily on finding him, even though someone says that he's okay. It's often sometimes the people that we love that hurts us the most.
Quinn's getting deep. As you guys are having this personal conversation, you can see Davos and Carrow kind of like slowly backing away from a table over there. And you hear again, you know, someone else whispering, I swear to God, I saw a falling rock come out of the sky somewhere to the south. And now there's these weird folk talking about getting mental messages in languages that they don't understand. I'm moving out of Tin Towns. This place is a death trap. It's cold all the damn time, and now the loonies are starting to move in. And this just chatter of like constant like claims of, you know, of a red yeti, of all these sorts of different like just wild sort of theories and stories, and everyone's got their own opinion on what's causing the cold and what's, you know, what it's tough. Everyone believes something different, and no one seems to believe anything.
When I hear the person talking about stuff falling out of the sky and mental messages, I cast message in their direction.
Okay.
And I say something that only they can hear, and it sounds like a whisper, and I say, you should move.
Oh. Ted, did you hear that? I just heard it. I just heard a message. You saying in human? Or in
Yes,
common?
Yeah.
Because Ted says we should move. I think the gods are speaking to me. He's like, his friend's like clearly belligerent, and he's kind of like, wait, what? Who's speaking to you?
I cast it again to Ted, and I say, you should move too.
Ted like turns around and like looks behind him, and he's like, I think we ought to move. He's like, well, where the hell are we gonna go? I don't right know, but this town does this not here, not anymore. And they both kind of like pound their drinks, and you can see them kind of, hello, if you're out there, where should we move to?
I'm not gonna respond. That was enough.
Okay. They're very visibly confused, and one's like already kind of swaying a little bit anyway as he was sitting there, so now he's kind of confused and drunk, and his friend's like trying to like shuffle him out the door, and well, we'll leave in the morning. We don't have to leave right now. And he's like, no, pack your things. We're getting out of here. And they just walk out of Northlook. Yeah, you guys can, if you want to stay and eat and drink. Miss Shan mentioned that she didn't really have a place for you to sleep back at her place. So the tavern, the inn, would maybe an option for you if you want to stay there. It's probably getting close to like 4 p.m., 5 at this point, depending on how long you guys are sitting here. If there's anything else you want to do.
No, I'm good to eat and sleep.
Yeah, as you guys are just kind of hanging out and sitting and finishing up your meal, you'll see people kind of a couple group of guys. They walk up and they start looking at the big knucklehead trout hanging up on the side of the fireplace, and as they get closer, it actually like bends in and looks at them, and you can see it start to kind of like flap its mouth, and then like lays back against the mount behind it.
Oh my god, like those things with the...
Yeah, well, I can't think of the name of them, but it's exactly what it's like.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Scrimshaw.
Billy Bass.
Billy Bats, yeah. Scramshax comes up next to you guys as this happens and kind of like stands by and goes, Ah, yeah, the drunker they get, the more friendlier they try to get with old Bitey. It was a gift, that trout. Hauled him in, they wanted me to cook him, but it was the biggest damn trout I'd ever saw, so I mounted him. If you get bored later on tonight, you should go up and say hi.
Oh, okay.
He kind of just walks off, goes back to his business. Yeah. So, anything? Does anyone want to do anything or accomplish anything before turning in for the night?
Before I turn in, I want to write 2 letters.
Okay.
One to my parents,
Okay.
which is just basically me saying I've made it to Bryn Shander, and me in very Carrow-like fashion expressing my soul how they didn't write to me, but I don't even care about it.
Okay.
And then another one to Veronica, just basically saying hi, thank you for the letter. Sorry that mom and dad are being so terrible. And asking her if she can look up any information on any arcane or religious ties to the 10 towns that might relate to the whole winter thing.
Okay. I have made a note. Yeah. So you've written the letter. The trick will be now to figure out how to send it off. Probably, you could go to the town hall and just deposit the letter and pay the postage in the morning,
Yeah, I'll just do that.
as is customary in most towns. Odaxi, anything?
Have some more ale.
Okay. How much ale we talking here? You're a big guy, so
Not one too many, but close.
it's just your little
Just
pink,
enough.
little pink in the cheeks,
Yeah.
or your trunk. You snort out your trunk every once in a while, just a little bit when you laugh. DeQuinn, do you have anything you want to do?
I decided not to. So no.
You decided not to. I don't know if I want to know. Davos, you good?
am.
All right, you have a good night. If you guys are gonna get rooms there, actually,
Yeah.
it's probably like 3 silver per room. So I don't know if you guys want to bunk up or. But they're
Jack,
Well-
can the room accommodate 2 of us in there?
the beds are probably more for like a single, but if you're just gonna sleep on the floor, you could definitely do that. There's probably room.
I'll get my own. Yep.
Everyone's had enough of bunking.
It might be the last time you get some quiet sleep for a little bit, for a few days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if that travel's any indication, odds are good you're gonna have to find camp somewhere. But it's a good night's sleep, especially since the town doesn't sacrifice its warmth. You don't have to worry about it getting too
Yeah.
cold. Comfortable, a little rowdy at first, but you guys have slept at inns amongst your various travels, so you kind of get used to the noise, and all of you have a good night's sleep. Restore your hit points, spells, etc. And you wake up the next morning. It's a new day. What do you guys want to do in the morning? Who gets up first? Any morning rituals?
Duckwood gets up first because he's excited like a kid on Christmas. Gonna kill a Yeti, gonna kill a Yeti.
Okay.
I gotta get some of that morning brown.
Is that code for ale or? Oh, the
No, it's all
coffee.
coffee.
Yeah. Did we figure out who has the morning brown? Is that a thing? I think so. We'll say it is.
Wouldn't the inn have it?
Yeah, he has a little morning brown juice. It tastes like trash, but
Sorry.
it's warm. No
I'll
tea.
take it.
Aw.
So you might have to ask them to you might have to ask that to be shipped back to you.
Sure.
Okay. Is there anything you guys want to do before? I'm assuming you guys are setting out soon, or
Just stopping off to post the letters for me.
okay. It's gonna be probably a silver letter because it's not easy to get postage out of Tin Towns.
Yeah.
And
that's
the town hall warns you that like they don't make runs every day, so it could be a while before your letter's received, and vice versa.
yeah, of course.
Cool. Anything else?
I'd probably walk with Carrow when she goes to put her letters in.
Okay. A hulking minotaur behind you, Kara.
Interesting that he wanted to join me, I guess.
That's what I didn't know if he was gonna do anything else or just follow you around. So I was just kind of like,
I did want to say something, but after you finish your business.
yeah. She talks to the I guess kind of like receptionist at the town hall, and she takes silver and deposits the letters and.
Pop,
Yes?
will you be okay without her?
I should be if she puts enough trust into me.
I mean, she puts trust into you, I guess. But I see you act fairly reckless last time we fought. Even though you did basically obliterate one of the bandits and helped with the past ugly looking thing. But you often stride into battle alone.
Especially when
I think,
Jared's at the helm of Carrow.
yeah. I think what I'm trying to say is, if you do find yourself in a spot of trouble, come beside me, and I'll. It's a lot harder than I thought. Listen, if you're in trouble, come to me, okay? And
Yeah,
then he'll just like
of course.
walk away. And then just
Okay.
like mutter something under his breath. He's like doing hand gestures.
Tara's literally gonna run up to him like, why are you mad? You're acting. Why are you mad after you say that? I mean, do you not wanna protect me? I'm confused.
Not that I don't want to protect you. I do want to protect you. That's why I told you to come to me. I'm not mad. It's just I'm not good with speaking to people or emotions. You see, the thing that's inside of you, Pop. She was my best friend. And the sad thing is with these spirits, if you die, she goes with you. It's hard to say that to you, to not die or not to be reckless, because it's in your nature, and that's why she chose you. Listen, Carrow, just
Getting real with everyone.
find yourself in a spot of trouble. Come running to me. Okay?
Okay. And I offer you the same. Though, like, don't expect like any of my ancestors to come like poof appearing in smoke next to you or something. All right. You have my hammer. You have my shield.
Don't worry.
Dragon Ball.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
My trunk.
I love the meme too. It's like the necromancer and your brother, and it's like because he like raised his brother from the dead. He's like, you have my axe, my shield, and your brother. It's like what? Anyway, sorry. You guys see like a awkward silence as Carrow and DeQuinn rejoin the group. So are you guys ready to head out, or do you want to do anything else?
No, let's do it.
Let's go slay it, y'all.
Onward.
All right, let's see. So
Smash.
get rid of this, maximize this. So yeah, you're gonna go out the north gate, and as you look and kind of scan in the distance, you can see clearly this much taller piece of geography, like to the northeast. And DeQuinn and Davis, you would know right away that's Kelvin's Cairn. Like that's like you said, it's a very common landmark. So the road, however, the immediate road goes to the northwest, so it goes actually away from Calvin's Cairn. So the option, is to either maybe like take a beeline straight for that sort of like mountain looking hill, or if you're going to follow the road and then follow it around to Targos and to some of the other towns, would take longer, but would be ideally probably safer.
Safe feels right for right now. We're gonna catch our fair share of trouble, so I'd say stick to the road for now.
I agree.
So yeah, so if you go south, if you go, I'm sorry, northwest, that would be taking you towards Targos. That's roughly about a 3-hour trip, and then from there you would be more on track to head towards Calvin's Cairn. You'd be actually going in the right direction. If that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you head off down the road to the north, it's a quiet trip. Still pretty chilly, but nothing too crazy. You do see Targos come up in the distance. It's a much smaller town. It is also kind of circled by a wooden wall. And you can see it's nestled up against the it's called Mar Duladan. It's like the lake essentially. So this is a town built on the edge of the lake, and as you come around, you can see even the wall extends actually into their part of the frozen lake. Let's see what else do you see when you get there. It's got the walls, extend into the lake, creating like a safe harbor for boats. But the long winter has essentially frozen the water and trapped in the water several boats. So you can actually see smaller fishers like dragging their vessels, like across the top of the frozen lake to try and get to the unfrozen portion outside of the walls. Did you want to just kind of go past Targos, or are you planning on stopping?
I'm okay to keep going. I think if we're trying to go out into a little bit of the more untamed area, I don't want to
Yeah, I think we're
waste
just
too
gonna
much time.
Targos
Right.
and head up towards Tourmaline and then go down the Dwarven Valley to Calvin's Cairn.
Oh, look at you! Got your little map open.
Yeah.
That's exactly right though. It's another 4 hours to Tourmaline, and I think actually you guys would have to kind of jump off the road. Let me pull up. Make sure I tell you guys right. You have to jump off Yeah, jump off the road kind of right before it breaks back north to Tourmaline, so you don't even actually get all the way there. Assuming you're going to look for the ingots that the Yeti attacked, or are you going around that?
But we would assume
We're
that
going-
if you were to transport ingots or transport any sort of material, you'd follow a road. You wouldn't cut across.
Right. I think it's the area in between the valley and the road to Tourmaline that is probably that's where they indicated that they were attacked.
So that would be like not like a paved road, but it would be like a
Path.
a
yeah.
well-walked path.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So as you kind of make that pivot, and you kind of see that like this dwarven valley is very it gets a lot of foot traffic, so you can very clearly tell that like, oh, this is where they are now branching off to pivot into the valley. As you start to walk forward towards now with Calvin Carnes getting bigger and bigger in your view, you do start to sense that the snow has picked up a lot, picked up a little more, and then now all of a sudden it's snowing very heavily around you. And within moments, you find yourselves in a very similar situation where a blizzard has essentially started to overtake you and is now whipping in all directions, and your visibility is no more than like 20 feet in front of you. So with
So we
that,
can also bring the drums out again.
breaking out the drums.
The old skin box.
Calvin's Cairn actually like vanishes from your view as the snow starts to like whip up around you. What do each of you want to do here to navigate this sort of challenge?
We're losing sight.
Yeah, 20 feet is as far as you can see now, and like I said, Calvin's like your visual landmark has sort of disappeared in front of you.
I hate this snow.
Would light help at all, or is it already white out?
It's pretty. Yeah, it's almost too bright in the sense of like the white of the snow is kind of overwhelming you in a way. It makes it actually kind of harder to see, especially with like the flakes like whipping into your face.
Oh, Walrus, can you use your long nose to smell ingots? I don't know.
I don't know what the ingots smell like, so I think that would be hard.
Just visited a. Smells like a blacksmith.
Oh, that's true, I guess. I could try to. Well, how far away are we from those? Probably pretty far, right?
It's hard to tell, yeah, because you don't know exactly where the accident happened. And as you like raise your trunk to try and get a sense, it just clogs with snow almost immediately.
Need to give you a filter.
We at least. Well, I'd like to at least. Who's leading the group right now?
It's a great question.
Oh, it would be Dickwood for sure.
With his drums.
We try to just keep the same bearing we had, even though we can't see, and just try to go straight.
Yeah, we can't see any like sunlight to give us a indication of north.
No, not with this thickness of snow coming down.
And compasses don't work here. Or did I just make that up?
You just made that up. Do you have a compass?
We should have a compass.
Because I was about to say, is it too late to go back to the blacksmiths to buy a compass?
Yeah, if you don't have
I
one
thought I
on you.
remembered something. Yeah, I thought I remember something saying that like it was flux and everything. Or maybe that was the boat. I can't remember.
I can't read. I don't know. I don't remember anything, but you might be right.
I guess we have nothing but to.
Well, with last seeing the cairn, the mountain,
Mm-hmm.
in a certain direction, just using memory and try to go that way.
Okay.
and I'll try to lead the group
Wolves
that
have
way.
great memories.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Make a survival check. Let's see how we do here. Okay. Yeah, you get a sense like this is the direction we're walking. It's almost kind of an innate sense that like if I just keep pressing forward, like this has got to be the right way. And you make progress forward, really able to like keep everyone kind of close and together, which is the real challenge in sort of this blizzard. And you feel like you're making progress forward. In the distance, you guys see a dark sort of figure, like shimmering barely, like actually coming towards you and getting clearer as you make progress forward.
Does it have the shape of a yeti?
It's a large figure actually. I mean, I don't know that you know what a yeti shape is.
Right.
But as you get a little closer, you actually see this one kind of blackish amorphous shape transforms into 4 shapes. And these figures, they're at your level, eye level, Adaxi, if not a little taller.
Hello?
Yeah. Call out.
They all 4 stop and kind of look in your direction. And then, before they were moving towards you, but now they're moving at you, like they're coming directly at you. Not running, not sprinting, nothing like that, but they're just moving in your direction.
Friend or foe?
That depends, squeaky one. As they get a little closer, you huddle with the wind to their back. You see in front of these four Goliath figures.
What about my voice is squeaky?
They kind of look down at you.
No, this is out of character. This is out of character.
Oh, no, I know. I'm projecting a Goliath character. I don't know. I just think that they would hear any sort of like human female voices being squeaky.
He was referring you to a mouse because you're little.
The 4 figures kind of like stop in front of you, and you hear one step forward. And he goes, "Lovely day for a walk, don't you think?"
It was.
As the wind's like whipping behind them and like smacking the back of their head. What brings you and they all look you over. Outsiders to this part of Icewind Dale.
We're searching for cart.
A cart.
Apparently, there was a cart that was overturned by Yeti, so personally, I'm just here to kill a Yeti.
Well, I don't know much about a cart, but there was a pink snow about another 200 yards in the direction you're heading. It looked like a bit of a massacre.
Oh.
Usually a good sign not to linger too long. And you can see these as they start to like brush the snow against their face. These tall figures with very clean shaven face, no hair, any of them. Very muscular sort of build, firm jawline. You guys probably haven't seen a lot of Goliaths, each of you, like maybe once or twice in your time, but Davos and DeQuinn, you would know that there are a couple tribes in this part of the continent, and they're just like the typical Goliath nature, like big, bulky, usually very very athletic and excited to show that off as much as possible. They're wearing very little actual clothing besides these cloaks. How they're not freezing to death, you you guys don't know, but they just kind of look down at each of you as you are passing through, and if you're looking for a fight, I imagine you're going in the right direction.
You know, with us not being from around here, I wonder if you'd come with us to kill a Yeti, and unless you think that's too much for you.
They all kind of scoff at the same time. We're not allowed to accompany hunts until we've strangled a Yeti with our bare hands, so it is actually not too much of a feat for us, but we are instead seeking a different challenge.
Like what?
There's another word I have to pronounce. We're looking for Oya Minotaur, a Goliath werebear clan to the south. We're hoping that she will let us join her ranks.
You want to be a werebear?
Well, we've accomplished much in our time as in our tribe, and it seemed like a exciting future to be able to transform into a large bear creature and deal even more carnage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree.
What tribe do you hail from?
Oh, that's a great question. That's a great
Quote of
question.
the day.
1 sec, I'll pull it up. Because there are 2 tribes that are common to the area. And these Goliaths, they hail from the Werdum tribe. You would know, DeQuinn and Davos would know 2 tribes, Sky Tower Goliaths and Werdum.
There's also a tribe in the sea moving ice.
There is a tribe in the Sea of Moving Ice as well. The snow kind of starts to ease up a little bit as this like brief flurry starts to subside, and you can see these four figures kind of like sizing up DeQuinn and Odaxi. How strong do you reckon that Minotaur creature is, Ulbrich, as he looks over to his compatriot? Because I reckon he's not very strong, to be frank.
You
He's
wish
got
to
a-
test my might?
He's done it.
He's got a lot of fur. Doesn't look like he has a lot of muscle, though.
Is there any big like mountains nearby?
Now that the blizzard's kind of subsided some, you can see Kelvin's Karn like reappear in front of you. So your good friend Adaxi did not lead you astray by very far. At least you guys were able to go in the right direction.
You wish to test your might against me?
Well, I don't imagine if it's much of a test, but I tell you what. Do you see that shrubbery over there? And he points, and there's like over like in the distance, like a couple feet away, you can see these like 2 equal-sized sort of like wintry shrubs, and he I guarantee you, and I'll even wager that I can pull up that shrub faster than you can.
A mere shrub? That's your contest of strength? Just a mere shrub? I was going to cause an avalanche and knock us both down to the ground and see who can survive. But you want to pull out a mere shrub? Pitiful.
Well, if you don't think you're capable, then that's perfectly fine. Call your avalanche.
A mere shrub. I'll boil it for you. You can just sip it when you sit there in your tears.
We're talking about like a bush, like not like an actual like it's like not a small plant. So
yeah,
it's,
I
okay.
imagine it was like a
Okay.
robbery as such.
Well, name your wager then.
If I pull out the shrub,
Faster
quicker
than
than
my. Yeah.
you help us with these yetis. Take us to where they are.
You pull
And
out the.
if I lose,
Okay.
I don't know. What if I lose? I can introduce you to my tribe and see the moving eyes.
I tell you what, if you win, we'll take you to the area where we saw the bloodshed, and we'll be on our way. If I win, I get to rip off a lock of your fur.
Done.
All right, and he kind of like shrugs off his over cape that he was wearing and walks over, and you can see this guy. I mean, this guy's actually ripped and like probably zero body fat, and he goes and steps behind one of the shrubs, and he looks
Don't
over at
get
you.
naked, are we?
Would you like to pick which weaker shrub you'd like to pull first?
Oh, please. You're the one who gave us the contest. You choose the shrub first.
He just stands behind one of them. Okay, give me a. It's a strength check. No, athletics.
Alright, well, as soon as he goes around, he's gonna light up blue and all the tattoos on his skins. He's raging for this.
Oh, is he?
He's not losing fur, y'all. Yeah, athletic, correct?
Yep. I think you actually smoked this guy because he did not roll well. My guy rolled a 9. He rolled a 3 plus 6. So you can see him like start. He like gets his like hands under it. He starts to pull the shrub up as much as he can. And he's actually ripping some of it out of the ground. And you can see DeQuinn just kind of looks over at him, like not even trying at first, and then just kind of like reaching down and squatting low, and then with almost all legs, he just stands up and just immediately rips the shrub out of the ground, and then tosses it to the side. The Goliaths.
As I said,
Go ahead. What were you saying?
just a mere shrubbery, and that's your contest.
He finishes ripping the shrub out of the ground and tosses it to the side, and look over at his friends, and his friends are just kind of shaking their head in disappointment. And he kind of brushes off the sap and dirt from his hands and looks over at you and gives you like a broad swing on the back and goes, "I will say you are much stronger than you appear. Well met. Come this way."
Thank
And
you, Evan.
they start to walk off, and he scoops up his overcoat, the overcape that he was wearing, and heads back. The bloodbath is this way, and he just starts walking off into the distance, and the other 3 follow behind him. They take you about another half hour in the direction you were going, opposite the direction they were heading, and they point down, and you can see like this snow covered ridge. There's a frozen, dismembered corpse in the gully in front of you. Snow covers some of the gory bits, but you can see a sort of headless torso and some limbs like sticking out of the snow. There are tracks in the snow all around the corpse, and grooves in the snow left behind by a sled that had been hauled away.
We need to follow that.
The trail, yeah. The skid marks. Skids?
Skids.
Is it on skids? Or is it like a wagon?
It's like it's hard to tell from just the tracks, but you see two lines, like parallel lines, dragging away into the distance. With that, the Goliaths kind of look at you and say, "Best of luck on your journey. We are going to continue our search to the south. Perhaps we will run into each other again, and we can test your avalanche causing capabilities."
I wouldn't mind testing my might against the werebear. Make good travels safe.
They kind of give you a nod and start to head off into the distance. So you see this sort of like crime scene, basically, of like littered with bits around, and let's see. Yeah, so if you want to follow the tracks, I believe is what someone said.
Yeah.
Just do a survival check.
Want me to do it?
Oh yeah.
All plus? Okay.
Oh man. Very quickly, Davos is able to identify that like there's some additional tracks made beside this sled, and Adaxi kind of looks it over, and you can see like the gears turning in his head, and he's able to identify 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small humanoid tracks alongside this sled. They're wearing
Taken off by a band.
Yeah, they're wearing. You can even tell that they're wearing some sort of snowshoe to help them travel quickly or travel more quickly. And both of you are able to easily tell the direction that they headed.
You should move quickly. They're wearing snowshoes.
Yeah.
I'm running all sorts of inventions we need to travel out in the snow. Snowshoes, compass.
As you start to follow the tracks, kind of with a bit of a hastened pace, you figure out that the creatures you've been following appear to be goblins based on their statures. You see them in the distance, still kind of pushing this sled forward. You can hear the groan and the grunting and occasional cursing as they're pulling this bulky sled with large bits of metal on the back. And even further in distance, you see what appears to be this 20-foot tall wagon parked in the snow. And then harnessed to that, there are what appear to be 2 polar bears roaring in the distance, unhappily, as they're waiting for these goblins to catch up. And I will slide us to this. So if you go to the south here, you can see the goblin sort of sentry. You guys see this, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys are not on the map right now. I can drop you wherever, but you appear... At least no one sees you as of yet. And then actually to the north, I will make these appear. You can see the sort of... the sled with the 2 polar bears and a couple other goblin creatures. What do you want to do? You're about 100 feet away from this sled down here, and then they're additionally like another, I don't know, 100 or so feet away from the wagon. So I will say, actually, here, let's do this. I'm going to drop your character tokens in the bottom right here. If I can collect you all, there you go. So that should be all your characters, and that should be the right hit points, or at least close to it. but you're. I'll pull you guys off the map. These guys don't know you're here yet. So let's go ahead and roll initiative. But you guys will have a surprise round if you want to do something as you kind of get closer to these goblins on the sled. I just ran out of room on the map. I guess I could have added another map, but let me do first change the music.
Damn, man.
Yikes.
I thought I was going last.
So
Sorry, what are the? Can you say again what the polar bears are pulling?
the polar bears are pulling this wagon, a big 20-foot wagon up here, with another group of goblins around it, and they are pushing the sled by hand to the south.
Got it.
And you guys would actually be off the map a little more. Let's
So
see.
just to
Here.
confirm, there's no Yetis.
No Yetis visible right now.
Consider me disappointed.
The Yetis got murdered, didn't they?
They are yet to come.
You didn't see any large Yeti blood spots or pieces or anything like that from at the previous location. Okay, let's see. A 20, a 0. That's pretty sweet. A 6 and a 12. And then I'll roll initiative for these guys. Okay. What do you guys want to do? So there's still about, so the sled people, like I said, they're about 100 feet away. Carrow, you're up first if you would like to do something. And this is, all of you get one free round of actions. Your characters over here are just an illusion, so don't think you're actually this close. I just wanted to put you on screen for the moment. Carrow, anything you want to do first?
So how far away would I be from the sled down here?
You'd be about 100 feet from the sled. This guy is the closest. You know what? We're gonna do this. I'll take these guys. I'll just move them up some. And then let's pretend like every square is like actually 10 feet instead of 5 feet for now.
I can't do a lot, I guess.
Every square is 10 feet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to keep the illusion of like these guys are further ahead of you than they really. I just don't have a big enough. I just don't have a.
This first engagement.
Yeah. Exactly. I just don't have a big enough map to do what I'm trying to do here.
So that guy's 40 feet away, and these guys are 60.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Roughly.
Yep. And they do not see you at all.
Well, I'm not gonna do anything because I am terrible at stealth.
Okay, so you want to hang? You want to hang back for a second?
Yeah, I mean, unless you guys want me to purify any food you got or something.
No.
No.
You can purify the mincemeat I make out of these people in a second.
DeQuinn, you're up next.
Yeah, we're not stealthing. I'm charging 60. So 15. So 30 feet away.
These guys are about. They're double. So if they're 30 feet away, consider them like more like 40.
This guy's about 40 feet
That's
away.
30 there. 40. Okay. Well then I will take an action dash and then run
Get
up
right.
to him, and then as a bonus action, if I dash, I can use my horn attack onto this poor fella.
Okay.
So I'm going to gouge his back with my horns.
So Carrow, yeah, go ahead. Carrow, as you kind of like are like, I'm not the stealthiest. I don't know what to do. DeQuinn just bolts past you, like swims over you with his arms, and then you just see him like just put his head down and just ram into back of one of these guys.
Had to see that coming.
Mm-hmm.
Let me actually pull up there.
I couldn't expect less.
Pull up this. Because you have surprise, you have advantage, so you get the 19. So yeah, that hits. 10 damage. Okay. Let me actually.
Take the rage, don't I? I didn't rage.
Oh, okay. So 8
wait.
damage.
Yeah.
Let me do this. It's actually just enough. You skewer this guy and kill him immediately.
Whoa.
Let me move you out the way for a second. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just mark him as dead.
Just put them on my head. That'll be fine.
You hear this guy just kind of casually walking behind them, swearing at them to push the sled faster, and then all of a sudden you just and you hear like this kind of cackle and just kind of lays behind him. Doesn't even chance to really get a scream off. Davos.
Assassinated.
Davos, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oops, wrong. 10, 20, 30. Kind of like. Is this a covering shrub at all? I guess that doesn't matter. I'm gonna go there.
Yeah, these are.
And I.
Go ahead.
No, that's fine. And I'm going to cast Hex on this fella. It's got a range of 90 feet.
Okay. Does he need to make a save? Or no? No, right? It's just like he's just hexed, right?
No. Yeah, he's just Hex. He doesn't. Oh, I have to do that every time for damage. Yeah, he doesn't take any damage right now. He's just hexed, and he has a disadvantage on Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
I don't think it's saving that. I think it's just checks, not saving throws.
Say again.
It's
No,
not
you get.
saving throws, it's just checks.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Any disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. Got it.
Okay. Daxi, you're up next.
Okay. How do you do the move thing that shows you how, like you were doing, Declan?
You
What is
just
it?
hold left click on your character and then right click where you want to move while you're holding the left click button.
Got it. Whoa. My whole screen's moving now. Why does it do that? Oh, okay. I don't know what happened. Sorry. That's not where I wanted to go. Can't move the...
I've never done that before. That was...
Yeah, that didn't work at all for me. So hold that. Nope, that's not working.
You gotta
Oh, there we
hold your
go.
icon.
Wait,
Yeah.
but now... Yeah, but then the whole screen moves.
Yeah, that's what happened when I just tried it too. That's a nightmare.
Oh, that doesn't do it for me.
It sounds really convenient for you.
Alright, well, I'm trying to just move up so
Okay.
I'm in range of everyone.
All right.
Range of everyone, so...
This is about.
I think I'm 30 feet. Everyone's in 30 feet of me. That's what my assumption is.
Oh yeah, is your team? Yeah. Your party.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast Bless on the party.
Okay.
Bless you.
And that gives everyone a D4, I think, doesn't it?
Like D4
Yeah,
on
thank you
every
very much.
attack.
And saving throws.
Yeah. All right. I will
Spell slot.
do. Sure. This is blessed. I used different symbols each time, but that's okay. All right. Anything else?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay. DeQuinn, you kind of hear one of the goblins like mutter something in this guttural language, and then turn around and like look back and see like he just sees like all the color like drain from his face as he sees his compatriot behind him like pinned up on your horn as you just kind of like stand up and like shake the body limply off the side of your horn and fall to the ground. They all start cursing and then drop the sled and turn around and begin to circle back and look at you all. But it is still Carrow's turn first.
Well, here I go, I guess. I'm gonna have to dash. 10, 15... Oh boy, this is so confusing now. Everything's doubled.
If you get like, it's so 5, 10, 20, 30... Are you just going to do all 60 movement?
Yep.
It'll basically take you right in... You can get like right in front of this guy, and then we'll just change everything back to be 5 feet after that.
Okay. What up?
So that's the dash and your movement. Do you want to use a bonus action?
Bonus action, bonus action, bonus action. I forgot what my bonus actions are. And no thank you.
Okay. Who's next? Let's see, is it these guys? No, it's my captain up here, right? Give me 1 sec. Okay, no clue what's going on. DeQuinn, you're up.
So that gave everyone blessed, including me, by the way, because I used the second.
Okay. Good to know.
I shall move here, grab my halberd, and try to divide this one horizontally with reckless attack.
Okay.
Oh.
Does not hit.
+4.
So,
Oh.
but he gets, yeah.
Yeah, it still doesn't hit. Nice
I
try.
want fire. That's my goal.
This one in the back just turned.
Sorry, I did bonus action. Rage. Sorry, I was meant to say.
Okay. The goblin
Rage.
hears your footsteps behind you and turns around just in time to accidentally dodge the halberd as it comes down right in front of his face where he was about to step, but it does go wide. It is now their turn though. So let's see. This one in front is going to take a swing at you since you just swung at him. It's going to do a 9 to hit. And then it's going to bonus action, disengage, and move this way. 5, 10, 15. This one's going to push forward here. Oh god, I'm grabbing stuff. There we go.
Is he prone?
No, he's hexed.
Oh. What's hex?
Oh, Jesus
Extra
Christ.
damage if hitting, and
Oh, cool.
disadvantage on Constitution checks. I think.
Gonna come around and attack you. So it's gonna be 2 scimitars, 1 to Carrow and 1 to DeQuinn. That's a 19 to Carrow and a 20 to DeQuinn.
Yep.
8 slashing. 8 slashing to Carrow. 3 slashing to DeQuinn. And actually, I should roll with advantage to make sure I don't crit. I do not. And then these, so that's 1, 2 here, are going to take a short bow attack, 1 at each of you. 12 to Carrow, 22 to DeQuinn. 12 doesn't hit. Yeah. So total you should take 8 damage reduced to 4 DeQuinn, and then 8 damage to Carrow. And it is Davos' turn.
Okay, I'm gonna cast. We're back to like regular spacing now, or is everything?
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. It was confusing. I don't want to deal with it anymore. We'll just say you guys sprint and caught up.
Okay. I'm going to cast Shatter right here, which would put all 4 of those goblins in the 10-foot radius.
Okay.
They have to make a Constitution a saving throw. Or, yeah, no, DC.
What's the DC to beat?
13.
So this one and this one fail. The 2 on the left fail. The 2 on the right
Okay.
pass.
All right, so it's half damage for the ones on the right then,
Okay.
and full damage for the ones on the left.
Oh, it's 10. Okay, perfect. I didn't see the damage.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Let me do this.
Did your hex deal damage as well with Shatter?
Well, this guy's down low as heck. He wasn't in the.
Yeah.
All right, these two instantly they're collapse on the ground, and you can see blood start to trickle out of their ears. And then these two are both kind of slightly stunned, looking a little worried now that 2 of their compatriots were just immediately eliminated. Anything else you want to do?
Nope. Thank you.
Daxi, you're up.
Is this one the captain? Oops.
It's hard to tell. Neither none of them look any more official than the others.
Oh, gotcha. I'll just take out the one at range. I'll cast Sacred Flame on this guy.
Okay. It's a DC 13
Yeah.
dex save, right?
Ugh. Yeah,
Roll.
Dex.
21.
Yikes.
As he just able to see it come over the long distance and just duck out of the way. Pretty nimble creatures. Back at the top of the round, do you guys hear some rustling? What's up?
Oh, sorry. I'll move up too then.
Okay. You guys hear some rustling as these 2 goblins from the north here start to push in front of their wagon. And then they start to sprint to kind of run your direction, but you see this one here kind of bark some orders in a language that I don't think anyone speaks. If anyone speaks Goblin, but they stop running forward and kind of wait. Carrow, you're up first.
Stop. Hammer time.
That will hit, and with 8 damage, this goblin in front of you just cracked the hammer right in the front of its skull. You can see it's extremely dizzy, and blood starting to run down like the front of its face, and it kind of like falls to one knee. It's not looking that great. Anything else you want to do?
That's my turn.
Okay. Let's see. That's okay. It's not gonna do anything. Wow. DeQuinn, you're up.
Yep. I'm going to meet them. Is it difficult terrain or just normal terrain?
This is normal terrain.
I'm going to beat them. And
You sprint in front of them.
yep. G'day, chaps. I'm going to decapitate this one, please. That's better.
20 hits. He is decapitated. Not the sturdiest group.
Oh, what a joyous occasion. That's my goal.
Okay. Up next is these guys. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, sure. This one now is in melee with you, I believe. It's gonna take a swing. Swing at Carrow, and I think probably 2 arrows at a Daxi because he's shot the Sacred Flame. Oh, actually 1 at Davos and 1 at a Daxi. So let's see. Do my round here. DeQuinn, 17 to hit, 6 slashing. 6 to hit Carrow. It's gonna miss. Short bow to Davos is 5. It's 20 to hit, 5 damage. And the short bow to Adaxi is 17 to hit, 5 damage.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. So I think everyone hit but Carrow. Is that for Hex?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, that's
All right, I have to do one too.
for Bless.
Yeah,
You have advantage.
I do have advantage.
Yep.
I'll just roll again, right?
Yep. Oh no, I think it has to be 10 or better, doesn't it?
Brother.
I don't
I
know.
think so.
Yeah,
does
tender
this
be-
blessing help that roll?
Yeah, it
Oh,
does.
Yeah, the bless should.
Everything.
Yeah, the bless should help.
All right.
Right?
Well, you'll be fine because I don't think you can roll less than a 1. So, yeah, it's a. You have to tell me what
Yeah.
Bless is saving throw, I believe, right?
Yeah.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Right. So, yeah.
All right. All right. So you maintain concentration. And I think that's everyone's turn, right? So Davos, your turn.
I'll cast Firebolt at the one that I hexed.
Okay.
No, I'll bless it if that doesn't.
Yeah,
So-
it's still just shy. Sails singes the back of her her hair, but doesn't actually deal any damage.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. Odaxi?
This guy's still alive.
Yes.
All right. It's hammer time for me too.
The tandem hammer. That does connect. And that will finish this person off as it was already on its last limb and is now dead. Top of the round, this goblin at the top goes, stop, enough. But it's Carrow's turn.
Wait, so who said enough?
Up here, this goblin in front of DeQuinn kind of puts its hands up.
Okay. I will run up this way, or come up this way, and I'm going to say, you better hope. No wait, what? I can't English today. I will
Is that what
say.
you say to him?
I will say, you want us to stop? Then you better run, and I'd like to intimidate him and the group.
Okay. Roll with advantage. Okay. You got a high intimidation score. Charismatic little person, you aren't you?
Teehee.
You can get the sense that you see what appears to be the leader of the group kind of cowering and not making your eye contact, and that's all that you get in this sense. But Is there anything else you want to do?
Nope, I just want to scare them.
Okay.
I'm a terrifying little thing.
It is their turn. Oh no, it is the leader's turn, and the leader kind of looks at you and goes, "Enough fighting! Stop! Keep the ingot, keep the ore. It's yours. Just let us live." And he kind of takes like a couple steps back here. And that's his turn. He puts his sword away. Actually, he's.
Decapitate this one.
I say actually he's gonna full run, so he's gonna do his whole third. So what's that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna full sprint in the opposite direction. And you wanted to decapitate this one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to, like, as a reaction, because he left my melee, to grapple him or attack him of some sort.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, he's definitely gonna. Well, actually, as a bonus action, he can disengage. So
No, that's
yeah, so he's for sure gonna do that, and then move and then dash.
Okay, I decapitate this one then,
Okay.
because he didn't say stop.
– 16 hits.
What?
8 damage. You don't get all the way through, but you have severely wounded this guy's like shoulder, upper shoulder areas. It tries to like back up and dodge away, and you don't get the decapitation, but you get pretty deep into his chest, and you get the sense that it's one more good push, and this guy's getting divided.
Well, speaking of push, I want to use my bonus action to hammering horn him 10 feet away, so he has to make an opposed strength check against me, please. Actually, no, he has to make a strength DC 14, I believe. Yeah,
Okay.
strength saving throw DC 14. I'll get
It
pushback.
fails. So it gets pushed back 5,
Yeah,
10.
10.
Okay. And actually,
And then
as
I
it gets,
will-
go ahead.
Mhm.
I say as it
I was
gets,
gonna say I will move.
Oh, go ahead.
as it gets this close, this polar bear actually turns around and smelling the blood and the kind of the carnage, it's gonna like lunge out and then grab the back of the nape of its neck and pull it down. And you see this polar bear just start digging into this goblin.
Oh, what a good bear.
Still attached to the wagon, but like using like every inch of freedom it can to like grab this kind of half alive goblin and start to eat it and like tear it to pieces.
That I'm going to move up, and then I say to him, "You move, you die."
He's like 40 feet away. I just ran out of movement, so
Oh,
he's
not
like,
up there? Okay.
yeah, because he was 30 feet away from you and then another 30, so he's probably at this point, if you move there, you would see him still. He'd be like in 30-foot range.
No, it's okay. If I can't see him, there's no point chasing him.
Okay.
I'll just move over here and say, "I'm not done yet."
That's into your turn though, right?
Yep, that's it.
These two are going to disengage and run as well. So they're going to go their full 60 that they can. They've seen enough. So it'd probably be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and I'll say like right about here. It's just they try to get the fuck away. Davos, you're up.
Okay. Let's see here. 5, 10, 30 feet. So I'll run up here. And then I will bonus action move my hex to this one.
Okay.
I'll shoot him with fireball.
That'll do it. And you can just see as he's running away from you, the firebolt consumes him, and he just falls to the ground smoking.
I blow in my hand like it's a gun, a fantasy gun. That's it.
Odaxi, you're up. Odaxi? Are you
Oh,
muted?
sorry, I'm muted. There
Okay.
we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna pursue them. I'm just gonna move up near the cart.
Okay. You want to do anything else?
No.
All right. So Carrow, you're up. You're
I'm
either
just gonna let them keep on running and check out the card as well. It's not worth it if we're
Okay.
meant to be fighting a yeti later on.
maybe, I don't know. All right. Well, the main goblin's gonna continue to move 60 away. So, and then DeQuinn, you're up. This guy's still within, like, this guy's actually
far
still on the
away?
map. Huh?
Okay.
Wait,
if I
who
moved
moved
30
6 feet?
The original goblin guy that called the truce or whatever just started running. So he moved he's off
Oh,
the
this
map.
guy.
Yeah. Yeah. He's off the map, and this one is he's actually still on the map. So,
And this one died to the bear.
yeah, that's a great point.
And this one's about to die to my halberd because it's 10 feet away. Decapitate vertically, please. Yeah.
Long division.
25 hits, and he is divided. How do you want to divide him as he's running away?
Basically, I want to be like a lumbering buffoon and then jump in the air and come down with the halberd, and he is cleanly sliced in half.
So many sliced enemies up here in the 10 towns.
And with that, you have eliminated the goblin threat. There is the only thing left on the map is the polar bears that are tied up. So I will take us out of combat here. Try to. Oh, that's my dog.
Hi, doggo.
Hi, Bentley. All right. So you have the two carts here, the sled with all of the iron still intact in the back down here. Let me actually, I'll pull up our module here. So you see these, not one big block, kind of like how I have it represented here, but like hundreds of iron ingots wrapped in like this thick burlap, and then tightly tied to the sled in with these bold straps. If you nudge the sled, you can feel that it's a heavy sled. It probably weighs about, like, I don't know, 500 pounds maybe. But it can still be moved across the snow. Just it's a lot easier once you get moving to continue to move it. And then up here's the wagon, and pretend it's got like an actual like leather sort of coat like thing hanging over it, not the one that I've used here. And two polar bears. One polar bear is kind of now very, very jealously looking at this other polar bear that's munching on a goblin.
I'll say, DeQuinn, give the other one a goblin.
Oh. Okay. I'll pick up the two goblins. Yeah. And then we'll pass Carrow and say, I'm gonna feed the polar bears. And I'll chuck this one a goblin.
I'm
And
not
yet-
gonna stop you, I guess.
As you toss it down, it just immediately goes over and just starts ravaging like the dead goblin corpse. You can see that they're kind of malnourished
So this
polar
card,
bears.
this card is the ingots you were looking for, right? And then we don't know what's on this one.
That's what it appears to be. These definitely have these are definitely like forged pieces of metal that match the description that the dwarves gave you.
I'll affix myself maybe to pull this thing, unless. Well, are we gonna take both carts now?
Well, we don't know what's in the car.
Well, true. What's in the cart, Carrow?
Let me investigate.
Roll an investigation.
It looks
Can
like
I help her in this
from
endeavor?
here. It looks like a million sardines.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Alright, here we go. One investigation roll coming up.
You can roll with advantage as. Are you going to roll separately to Quinn?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I guess, yeah, now that you've seen the roll, 15's fine. You guys,
You guys still are blessed, so you get +4 oh no,
I
not
don't think
checks
so.
like that.
That's guidance.
I could. Oh yeah, guidance. Yeah, it's guidance.
let's see. As you look in, there doesn't seem to be much. Mostly just like some light bedding material, and that's really it. Honestly, you get the sense that like the wagon was just kind of like a mobile home. You know, nothing stored really on there.
Yeah.
So if we don't want what's on that, do we think we can get the bears to pull this cart for us? Are they nice bears
Whoa.
to us since we fed them?
Or we could just kill the bears and take their pelt and push the cart back at them.
Oh, those bears helped us.
Well, we gotta go find what's his face's buddy too. Now that we're up here.
We're gonna cart this cart full of ingots up a mountain. I
Man,
guess
we should use.
if you could speak to a bear and ask him for help, I'm sure go ahead. But
I can speak to a bear.
then how are you gonna ask for help?
No, just tie him to the cart and then pull
All right,
him along.
you go put them on the cart. I'm not touching them. They're blood crazed now. They tasted blood.
Whose fault is that?
They-
Devil.
They're over there munching. You get the sense that like, just don't touch their food right now. That's the vibe they're getting off, you know, as they tear it limb from limb, and now their kind of white fur is getting matted with like that red stain of blood on their faces.
Okay, yeah, they're not friendly.
You get the sense they're animals, you know. What they
Hey, these are animals.
food first, right? Don't get in the way of their food.
I mean, to be honest, same.
Right.
Yeah, I totally understand.
All right, then I'll set myself up to be able to pull this cart with some. Sure, there's ropes on it.
Yeah, it's already got. Yeah, it's designed to be pulled, so you wouldn't have to do a lot of work. Let's see.
Tie it around my torso.
And that takes
What about
4
the
of them.
polar bears?
What's your strength? What's your strength?
Well, so I have 14 strength, but I also have
The pack.
powerful build. You
Yeah.
count as one size larger when determining your carrying capacity and the weight you can push, drag, or lift.
You might be able to do this all solo.
So I'm basically an actual elephant.
Yeah.
Oh.
8 times 3. So she said 14.
Yeah, 14 is my strength.
Do a little quick math here. So you can push and pull about 420. And you count as a size larger. Yeah, it would probably be a bit of a strain to do it over a prolonged time. You can do it, but yeah, you'd be kind of capping out just doing it solo.
I mean, we can push him in the back for sure.
And as you start to kind of like saddle this, get the sled situated and determine what direction, you know, or if you're going to push on towards the cabin that Copper asked you to head towards, in the distance you hear this sort of like echoey growl. I'm going to do it. I would do it, but it would sound just like Chewbacca as you hear this sort of weird sounding howl echo in the distance.
Sounds just like Chewbacca.
Like a
To the north, like
just you just hear it kind of like it sounds like it's all around you because it's such a large such a loud howl. And what it is, I think we'll just have to wait till next time to find out.
Next
Sounds good.
time.
Yep. So, yeah, I don't want to throw us into any more combat this late. 8 o'clock is kind of try to be our cutoff. So, with that, let's wrap things up here, and I will kill the stream. Thanks to anyone who managed to stop by. Stop the Card Punch, drop by again. So thank you all. Hope you are enjoying the show so far, or enjoying the game so far. And we will see you again in 2 weeks.